Welcome, Zodiac. This is the Soul Family Collective read for whoever resonates. A daily read. This is November 10th, 2021. I know, because I looked it up right before I started. I always forget the days. God, there's so, you know what? They change constantly. Illuminated Tarot deck. There are your visions. If you give a darn. And what I want to do today for our collective is, I like to do my heart spread. And Wednesdays are always Leo Virgo days here, so I do this is more spirituality, manifestation, like to think, for the soul family here. But the rest of those I do for the couples read, the heart spread, and the singles read, meet the soulmate. It's more romantically oriented here. But here I try to look at us, so really with this heart spread, which I normally would use to do a relationship reading essentially, but the number 2 position instead of a person here in this reading, we're going to say that this is our higher self. And I do like a check-in. And so what this reading does is it just looks at us and the person we're thinking of, which I do typically see as a projection into like our 7th house as an astrologer, our anima animus. And so now to me it's a little interesting when I thought of this. It's like now this is really kind of what we do if we choose a spiritual path, don't we? We then kind of more project that energy onto our own higher self. We want to evolve, we want to grow spiritually. I know when I first opened myself up to it, I was slammed. It was like karma was waiting, so oh thank God, and just and I thought, really felt like a little bit cheated. I felt a little bit like, this sounds weird, a little raped, like spiritually, because I felt like I don't know, I thought it was going to be butterflies and sunshine and gardens, and I just absolutely got slammed. But I kind of realized, that's part of it. Opening ourselves up, and that's as I started to realize that what I'm doing here is not 100% about David and what I think I'm doing here and all the things I want and think I want and need, and I need, I want. It's not really about that. That's my soul's having an experience here with this body, David, and that's, I think, for me, like how I started to, a lot of things came into perspective that otherwise, because from my personal point of view, a lot of things could look really bad, but when I step back and look at it more into that higher self now, projecting that in, as my anima animus, aligning with that energy, it puts everything into this kind of perspective that makes it all right. Like I said once, there are no wrong turns, I realized. There's just right turns taken wrongly. Yeah. There's no mistakes, everything's aligned, everything's connected. Now, here's how we're coming in. Knight of Pentacles, and this is in relationship to our higher self. I do try to, anyway, in the number 1 and number 2, I do try to look at the individual and get a baseline, separate them from the relationship. Sometimes this could just be a crush. You're really crushing on someone, so it's picking up on someone who's on your mind. Here, it's more deliberate. Now, what I see with the Knight of Pentacles, it's facing away from the reading, from your higher self here. So already, like, you're solid, you're on the path. I remember I read myself into this reading. So as I taught me, I get it. But, it's like I'd like to see this facing into the reading and into the higher self here. But this is where you're at, in and around love and manifestation, spirituality right now. Kind of a state, okay? And your higher self, is no surprise, is facing into the reading, giving you this cup of love. This represents where your higher self is at, really in relation to kind of where you're at right now. It's just it's a metaphor. Call it a higher self. It's not really a self. It's not exactly higher. I think it's represented by Uranus in the natal chart, which is the higher octave of Mercury, and can be literally called the higher mind. So I think with this page energy, the page of cups, you don't, associate the higher mind much with emotion. I don't think, and you don't associate really Uranus with emotion. That's Aquarius. It's the higher mind. It's a fixed air energy. So it's interesting to me that the higher mind is approaching you in this way, a very emotional way. So to be clear, this would be a feeling, and I have to kind of turn them around to show how they're approaching each other, because that's very important. It's like we're moving away from our connection with the higher self, our soul connection with our journey here. But the higher self is coming towards us and offering us emotional support. Okay? I believe this very well being a page. It's not only a messenger, it could be a new person in your life. It could be water energy, whether they are a water sign or not, guys. It could manifest as a physical person in your life. It doesn't have to be a lover. It could be a friend. Honestly, it could be a pet. But this is an energy that's coming into your life, and it's tough. I get it. It's like you're kind of having a hard time pushing forward in some way with this spiritual path. The energy's been, to me, it's been incredibly hard. And we're really still in the midst of this transformation, kind of the end of it. But I love the way your higher self is trying to approach you and trying to reach you. I think what's understood here is that we really need to drop into our emotions and to feel things. I mean, this is about opening the heart fully. Why not? Why not open the heart fully? What the fuck are we here for? And turn this around and keep moving. This is a Knight of Pentacles. It's perfect, though. Otherwise, you're on the path. There's going to be good days. Going to be bad days. Going to be ups. There's going to be downs. Fuck me, you may lose a battle. But you know that you can lose a battle and win a war. Because this is a good general, too. It's going to keep coming, keep learning. Relentless, really, energy, which is exactly what we need here. Learn, manage mistakes, learn. Being very supported here. I think it's like Spirit is going out of its way, our own higher self's going out of its way to give us what we need emotionally. And I gotta tell you, it could even be, what does it mean that Spirit gives us what we need emotionally? Does it give us a hug? Brings like somebody into our life that gives us what we need emotionally. It brings a pet, it brings a person, this also could be meaningful work that allows you to and helps you to open up emotionally, as well. Now, Queen of Wands, now this is how we're reacting to the higher self. I think this shows a process here. Look, we're going from the Knight of Pentacles looking away to the Queen of Wands with a lot of Leo energy here, guys. Think 5th house, think Sun. Any Sun is also expressing 5th house energy in Leo, right? It's true, and the 5th house does in your chart, no matter what it is. It's Capricorn for me, God help me. Where Saturn is, I just could take a minute. Damn you, Saturn. Mars and I, we're busting it with Saturn right now. It's like duking it. So, you're really getting enthusiastic and lit up now about, connecting with your higher self. So I think this is exactly working. Let's see how they're reacting. And I think, look, Ace of Pentacles, of course, they're right there with you. And there's something beginning. Look, you got a page and an Ace of Pentacles. There's something new. It's like, you know what, guys? This is level. I feel it. This is having leveled up, basically gotten the world. Basically, we're on a new journey. I keep saying, Lionsgate. This is 20, 30-year cycles right now being set by everyone. Can't get out of it, guys. It's just how it is. Either we go into this unwittingly, and the universe's infinite wisdom will decide it for us. Uranus will bring in things and Pluto will change things, and Saturn will squash things, and Jupiter will exalt things, and around we'll go. Or we can take advantage of astrology and tarot and other means to get in alignment, with our soul or higher self. And I think that's happening. This is what's going on. And this is showing you're fully supported. Such beautiful, it's like the yin yang. It's manifestation too. It's like now with the Ace of Pentacles, it's sort of, I don't know why it comes to be, it's like stem cells, not to start the whole controversy, but from this Ace of Pentacles, you can make whatever you need, and you're given this emotional support, and this emotional support just allows you to flower spiritually, to open up. And I'm telling you what, guys, I really think this is about opening our hearts. Really opening our hearts, just not living in the, God help us, the fear-death cult. Most of us live in a fear-death cult. It's like no matter how strong the fish is, if you're swimming always in your whole life in polluted water, it's gonna bring you down, But this is, the Queen of Wands is not afraid of anything. There's no fear at all. How would I? Not afraid of anything. Now, this is the advice from Spirit here in terms of our relationship with our own higher self here. Wow, the Fool under the Queen of Wands. I mean, I think if you just look at them together, you get a lot the same exact colors in the Fool's pantaloons here that you get in the Queen's robe. That's how we're reacting to our higher self, how we're feeling right now about this person, this part of ourselves that we're splintering off here to look at in our relationship. And then the Fool is the advice from Spirit and how to interact with our higher self. Now I got some ideas about the Fool here. I love the Fool card, Sagittarius, I'm not gonna lie. And this is advice from Spirit, nothing to do with me. This is amazing. And I gotta tell you, coming under the Queen of Wands, and I told you, with this Ace of Pentacles, it's like a stem cell. You could turn that into anything you want. It's like, guys, I gotta tell you, it's manifestation city. Manifestation station. God damn. This is what I'm really getting here. And so you are given everything you need. You're given every support you need. You now know that you can do anything you want, and the universe is telling you, open your mind, get out of the box. Get out of the box. Because what you can do is anything. So, wow. Really, really throw it open, Now, like Hunter S. Thompson said, I'm not recommending sex, drugs, and rock and roll, but this would be a great time to drop a tab of acid, a tab of good clean acid, and kick back in the silent dark, or better yet, some good mushrooms, magic mushrooms, fool bitches. Wide open, throw it wide open, open your heart, open your mind. This is the time, it's like there's no limitations. Bottom of the deck, I do read now, collaboration in this deck, the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot, really emphasizes, this is a good worker card, I love this. This is the artisan card to me in most decks, but here really emphasizes the collaborative aspect of this. So what does that mean to collaborate? To me, I know I thought of that just before the reading, what kind of made me think of this. I sit and talk to my higher self, and I'm like, guide me, protect me, give me strength. Please guide me, please protect me, please give me strength. And I feel guided and protected and strengthened, at a deep level. But that connection, it's something I have to do out loud. I think it's important. The advice from Spirit, very complex to read this. This is advice from Spirit for your own higher self and how it needs to react to you. I think that now what this is, God, I want to tell this story, but I don't know how much I can condense it. this is your own higher self with the Four of Cups, to keep this as succinct as possible, releasing you, like saying, okay, I think you got this. I'm telling you. There's a kind of trust there. It's like your own higher self is saying, like, okay, we're together now. It like it can, if there's to put it in words, like it can relax. It doesn't have to worry anymore about you, because remember, it comes in with these emotional here support, which I think is it's kind of like your higher self going out of its way to support you, if that makes any sense. Really just absolutely going out of its way here to support you and support me, to support us. Thank you, Spirit. Three of Wands, this is the crux of the heart spread. It's like the most important card of the heart spread, really. To me, it's almost more important than the outcome. And this is the advice from Spirit for our connection, our integration with our higher self. I think this goes very well with the Queen of Wands. And this is not anything to do with third parties. I know I make jokes that if I had a dating site, astrology dating site, it would be Three of Wands dating site. But that's not what this is. Also threes, like Three of Cups, Three of Wands is action. It's a lot of action. It's the third house, Gemini in your chart, third house in your chart, taking action, coming alive. This Queen of Pentacles, spiritual things. This is why Spirit's releasing you. It's like Spirit's saying, like, you know, you've got work to do now. You're good to go now. And I know the story I had, you know, I did magic mushrooms in a shamanic way. It was in 2007, changed everything for me. I was an atheist before that, all my life, and that certainly ended that within an hour and a half. And you know, it set upon like the one dose, 5-gram dose. This I started hearing voices in my head. It just started. It lasted for 5 months, and at the end of 5 months, the voices said, "You were done." And when I heard in my head, it wasn't an auditory hallucination. It's just a thought in my head, and it wasn't mine. And when I heard, like, "You were done," I felt this oceanic warmth just flush all over me. You know, I was driving at the time to an Indian restaurant. Is like 6:30 in the evening in 2007, June 12th. I'll never forget. And I, at that point, see, I didn't know my mind just going to forever be like this. I was used to these voices always being with me. They're very loving and helpful and everything. That's what I got when I saw this card. It was exactly that. I heard in my mind again, "You were done," and felt that flush, you know. And it was like the mushroom saying, you know, we've done everything we can. You need to take this. You need to do it now. Just do it. This is just do it. Think Nike, okay? It's like when Kwai Chang Caine leaves the monastery, finally snatches the pebble from the old blind dude, and he gets to leave. Man, that's you right now. It's me. Here we go. Fucking triumphant, man. The Hierophant. I don't know. Is there a better card in this reading, which is about our relationship with our own higher self, than the Hierophant card here? You know, and I keep talking about Uranus here during the reading, because it's Uranus squared, well, it's exactly opposite my Venus, like right now. It's also, the square to Saturn is a huge deal, guys, in the world and us. And so maybe, you know, that's there too. But I mean, could it be any more solid? I mean, we're heading to a really solid place here, guys. I gotta tell you. And if it means anything to anybody, because it does to me, there's a marriage coming. Yeah. And this is going to be operating at the highest level, spiritually at the highest level. Thank you, Spirit. Honest to God, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Guide me, protect me, and give me strength. Give me a like, guys. Thumbs up. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. If you could think of any platforms to share this, please do. I appreciate your help. And I'd like to keep growing and get to 1,000 so we can do this live. I think the Soul Family Read is the one reading that I've been looking forward to for quite a while, to do this live. I figure out how to work that out, and it might be a bit for the distracted part of it, so I'm not sure how much I'll be able to interact, but some for sure. I'll figure it out. But thank you guys.